Just kidding, we're going to tell you all about it.
Just like slavery affects people in a way where they want to forget their horrible mistreatments and both physical and mental tolls that it takes on slaves, there is always something, like Beloved, to bring back the repressed moments better left forgotten.
Archetypal criticism solely exists in the collective unconscious.
Carl Jung was the creator of archetypal. Said, humans have a collective unconscious that manifests itself through dreams, myths, and literature.
Whether it be represented as symbols, characters, images, or a genre of the overall book, an archetypal lens is seen throughout Beloved.
The overall theme of Beloved can be viewed as the tragedy caused by slavery. This was apparent through both physical and mental pain.
The definition of beloved is the person who is dearly loved.
Beloved uses death, horror, violence, romance, and a sense of confinement throughout the novel. Beloved makes it her mission throughout the novel to reveal past about others that they would never want to reveal before. Beloved is represented as a monstrous figure because she thrives on people's fears and repressed memories. The fingers touching the back of her neck were stronger now, putting the thumbs at the nape while the fingers pressed the sides. Harder, harder, the fingers moved slowly around toward her windpipe, making little circles on the way. Setha was actually more surprised and frightened to find that she was being strangled, or so it seemed. In any case, Baby Sug's fingers had a grip on her that would not let her breathe. Tumbling forward from her seat on the rock, she clawed the hands that were not there. Her feet were thrashing by the time Denver got to her, and then, "You did it. I saw you," said Denver. "What?" "I saw your face. You made her choke." "I didn't do it." "You told me you loved her." "I fixed it, didn't I? Didn't I fix her neck?" After you choked her neck." "I kissed her neck. I didn't choke it. The circle of iron choked it." Beloved's monstrous ways continue to enhance the Gothic genre as she reveals people's terrible past that they have willingly repressed because of how horrible they are. For example, Paul D's heart is identified as a tobacco tin, with repressed objects such as the taste of iron and the sight of butter. Beloved does whatever it takes to reveal these hidden fears of his, to break him down and remember his past in slavery. Beloved reveals Paul D's past through sexual interactions, while Beloved's mother Setha is affected mentally instead. Beloved does whatever she can to bring about Setha's murder of Beloved, whether it be by a song Setha would sing as Beloved was a baby, or by taking Paul D and Denver away from her, to steal Setha's undying love for her Beloved. Beloved reveals a moment in Setha's life that she lives to regret. Throughout the book, Beloved is never truly named. That's because of how horrific she actually was.
The tree was an ongoing archetype throughout the novel. While trees are normally nurturing and representing life, ironically, the tree on Setha's back represented the slavery that she had to endure in her past life. Amy was the first to discover the tree on Setha's back, calling it a chokecherry tree, seen in Beloved as his cheek was pressing into the branches of her chokecherry tree, and later on, it's described that the roots of it, its wide trunk and intricate branches, were what formed the tree on her back. According to critical analyst Michelle Bonnet, trees influenced all characters throughout the novel, whether it be Denver's reliance on trees in the woods to give her an escape from 124, or the way that the blossoming trees carried Paul D north toward his freedom, the archetype continuously appeared. When Paul D first arrives, Setha seeks out the comfort of trees within the clearing to figure out whether or not she actually wants him in her life, which she ultimately decides she does.
Setha's scar from slavery resembles the tree of life. The rosebuds on the scar resemble all of those who have died from slavery. She will never forget her identity because the scar is there to remind her every day. Setha loved Beloved so much she ended up killing her so Beloved would not have to deal with the pain of slavery. She cut my head off every night. Bugler and Howard told me she would, and she did. Her pretty eyes looking at me like I was a stranger, not mean or anything, but like I was somebody she found and felt sorry for. Like she didn't want to do it, but she had to, and it wasn't going to hurt.
Some may live up to their names, while others try to run away from them. Either way, one's name is a crucial factor in developing one's sense of self, identity, and thus propelling one forward into various paths of life. Before gaining her freedom, Jenny Whitlow, who later became Baby Suggs, experiences a lack of both identity and name. A name powerfully symbolizes a character and their importance in the novel, yet Jenny is not sure what her name is until after her son earns his freedom. While in slavery, Baby Suggs, before she changes her name, answers to anything. Not only does she not know her real name, but perceives herself as having no name. Her real name, Jenny Whitlow, is an extension of her previous master's name and identity. Since names symbolize identity, slaves have no need for names. Jenny's lack of a name shows the pointlessness of naming a slave. They're perceived as property without identity, so meaningful, significant names would not only complicate situations for slave owners, but could also encourage slaves to attribute significance to their own lives. Born with the name of Joshua, Stampede also changes his name after an event that changed him, when he gave up his wife to his master's son. Stampede views his wife as a form of payment for his services. Stamp felt that he had paid all of his life's debt in a year. Perhaps he had misnamed himself, and there was yet another debt he owed. Born Joshua, he renamed himself when he handed over his wife to his master's son. With that gift, he decided he didn't owe anybody anything. Whatever his obligations were, that act had paid him off.
Don't look at the camera. No.
Hey, Miss Connor.
Joshua, Stampede also changes...
Her batteries!
Wait, I wasn't ready. Go. Beloved is...
And Princeton is cool.
Hey, Miss Connor.
Obesity. Go.
Families. I need a second.
Are you crying?
Fat.
Which is what slavery, I don't know.